What is up, design family, and welcome to another episode of FittDesign TV. On this episode, we'll be looking at the 5 things that I wish I knew before starting my sportswear line. Welcome to FittDesign TV. On this channel, we'll explore what it takes to make it as an activewear fashion brand, whilst providing tips, tricks, and actionable steps towards starting your own product line. Whether you're an entrepreneur looking to start your own brand or just someone interested in fitness fashion, there's something for you here. 5 things I wish I knew before starting my sportswear line. These are things that you only find out after making mistakes, and I wanted to kind of share them with you so that you don't have to make those mistakes and you can go in with the information. Let me make the mistakes for you and you can go in steamrolling through and get your brand up and running. Number 1 is when you come up with a name, make sure you check your local trademark or copywriting office. Make sure that you can trademark it. You don't want to end up with a name that 2, 3, 4 years down the line is flagged and someone with a similar name or an identical name comes after you for damages. Make sure you trademark your name. Search your local trademark or copyright database, whether or not that name is available. The US, it's super easy. I'll leave you a link down below so that you can see where to go, and it'll obviously depend from country to country. You also want to trademark your name in the different countries that you're operating. For instance, if you're a UK based brand and you want to operate in the US, you obviously want to look into trademarking in the US. Obviously, you need to copyright your logo as well so that people can't take the likeness of that logo. There's many instances of logos flagging as copyright infringement 2, 3, 4 years into the maturity of a brand, and they have to change their entire brand image, and you have to suffer the fate of the brand change when you don't want to, when your customers have grown confident and have grown close to the brand that you've created, that you've worked so hard to build. So please check trademark, check copyright, and make sure that you are covered in these areas. The first thing you should do when you starting a new brand. Number 2 is you need to have a tech pack for your products. It's so easy to get caught up in the, I'll just make a sketch and I'll scan it and I'll send it. There's 2 reasons why that doesn't work. One is a caliber of a factory that is willing to work with you when you're only providing them with the sketches is not the caliber of factory you want to work with when trying to create a professional product line. So number 1 is if they're accepting rough sketches for the work you're trying to give, avoid them. You want to be working with a factory that knows what they're doing and that requires the right information. And number 2 is you'll be spending so much money going back and forth between these factories with your sketches, trying to get them to interpret your sketches correctly. We're not all phenomenal artists, and I myself, I'm a horrible artist, and I would never trust a factory to take my basic sketch as the be-all and all of a specific product. So get a tech pack done, either make it yourself. We've done videos on how to make tech packs, what to include in tech packs, or hire a professional to make a tech pack or to help you make a tech pack, and just get a tech pack done. You'll save a lot of time, effort, agony, and money going back and forth to the factory and making different samples in order to tweak something. Might as well get a tech pack done and get your sample 99% right from the first go. Number 3 is to check your local tariffs, your customs, duties, and tariffs. This will again differ between country and country. Let's just say you have a product quotation. You know what's going to cost to get it into the country or to the country, but now you have no idea what it's going to cost after it's landed. Obviously, this will differ, but this can be an added cost that you won't anticipate, and it can come at you by surprise. You don't want to be caught on the back foot with customs and duties. So do your research. See how different countries or your country that you're importing into deals with these products, and you should know the country of origin of your specific product. For instance, if you're manufacturing in China versus in Europe, it'll differ. Make sure that you understand what your country of origin is, because that will also affect the duties that are to be paid at your country of import. So check your duties and tariffs. Number 4, and this is probably what the most important is, create a brand and a name and a logo that you will not outgrow in 1 to 2 to 3 years. A lot of people, they go in and they skimp on the idea of creating a substantial brand, and they just do whatever. They find 1 to 2 years on the line that they've outgrown it. This is not the brand that they wanted. They call it something ridiculous, something potentially not super mature, and it just doesn't grow well and doesn't age well. So make sure that you understand the brand that you're trying to put out and what you're creating to match the visual identity of the brand is what you want to proceed with and something that you'll be proud of for the remainder of your brand's lifespan, which is hopefully for many, many years. You don't want to be caught, again, on the back foot in 2-3 years and have to change up your brand because it just has not aged well. And number 5 potentially is, for me, it's one of the most important things, and this is something that I've learned from some of our top clients, is take fast decisions. Don't second guess yourself. Don't get caught up in small, insignificant details. Don't get caught up in design world, trying to go back and forth and make the smallest changes necessary. It will not reap the benefits that you think. And fashion moves super fast. Within 2, 3, 4 months, you can find yourself completely a collection or two behind, and what you're designing and developing is no longer valid for the season that you're gonna launch. Bear in mind, fashion has a fast schedule. Plan ahead, but at the same time, take fast decisions. Don't second guess yourself, and just be super confident in the way that you proceed. Take fast decisions. And that's basically it. These are 5 easy things that I wish I had known when I first started my sportswear brand. Hopefully you guys can gain some value from that. Hopefully there's something in there that you haven't thought of before, and it can give you the upper hand moving forward. If you have any other suggestions for things that maybe you found in your own career or process that you want to mention that could help someone else, please leave it in the comments below. Always love engaging with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to FittDesign TV. It's been an absolute pleasure. Until next time, stay awesome.